What up, though?
And back with us across the glass, our esteemed producer, Jordan Schultz. How are we doing today, gentlemen?
We're the three best friends that anyone could have. We're the three best friends. Man, I'm doing. It's Saturday. We moving, bro.
Yeah, you're doing all right. It's a little overcast, but it'll break
God.
up.
I'll take it.
Dude, that was way too humid
Yesterday was a little toasty.
Yeah, it was. I'll take it.
It was a little toasty.
This is a nice contrast to some of the weather we've been having over the last couple days. You know, even I think one day we had like a severe heat warning or something like that. It's like,
so we have 95 coming this week too.
How
so
about that weather?
Hey guys, it's something we all have in common though, right? Affects us all.
I enjoyed a nice night out at the ballpark, out at Walker Stadium.
Always a good time.
Taking in the Portland Pickles. It was Dilly Parton night out at the park. So just it was kind of funny seeing a DJ out there, like with like a record, like a legit DJ
on the ones and twos,
playing Dolly Parton though. So he's like flipping out records, putting it on
some original "I Will Always Love You." Like, why not?
Yeah, transitioning from 9 to 5 to what is it? Islands. What's the song that she does with? Damn it! What's that damn song Dolly Parton sings? Island.
You know,
in
I
the
got to be
Stream.
honest.
Island in the Stream.
Got to be honest with you, bud. I don't know much Dolly Parton.
All I know is
got love for her.
Probably
She's
like 2 songs,
yeah.
9 to 5. Jolene. Islands in the Stream.
Jolene, no,
that's
that
Dolly,
first two.
That's Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. Islands in the Stream.
Thank you.
So you
Islands
start
in
once
the
you start doing that, like calling
That
out
is
the
what
names
we
of the
are.
songs,
Yeah.
it gets a little easier to be like, okay, of course, no Jolene, but
Those are the three. And I love Jolene, that song, because when Joey, my son, was younger, I would sing that song, but instead I would say Joey,
Very good.
Joey, Joey.
He must hate you for that.
yeah.
I'm making him clean. I'm taking my man.
My mom and grandparents weren't playing much Dolly Parton in my house for
What?
whatever reason. No, didn't hear a lot of Dolly Parton.
big Dolly
Heard a
fan,
lot of
so.
Michael McDonald though. Hey man, listen. There's a few white guys that are singers, white singers that are always invited to the barbecue.
He's one of them.
Michael McDonald is one of them.
I
Man.
wish he is someone who he just doesn't talk. When he
just-
talks,
he
he
just-
just
yeah.
sings.
Hey there.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Michael McDonald, man, that soul in his voice. He has a joint with Patti LaBelle called "On My Own." Like he blows,
yeah,
man.
I've actually heard
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And the other guy, I know he takes a lot of flack, you know, because of Carlton kind of made him a bit of a not a joke, but you know, kind of a punchline. But Tom Jones, I don't know if there is a white dude on earth with a better voice than that guy.
You want to know a white singer who was, I think, in the 80s. For a while, everybody thought he was black. They're like, man, this guy's got soul. Like, what the
What's
hell?
my man's name?
I know it's Bobby
Bobby Caldwell.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Bobby Caldwell. For years, no one knew that he was white, and then he released an album called "The Cat in the Hat" or "Cat in the Hat," and it had his face on it. And so people then found out, like, wait, this dude's white?
Man, we
They're
thought
like-
it was going to be like one of those things where, you know, back in the 60s, they used to put white guys on the cover of black albums, so people actually bought it.
Oh my God.
That was a thing. Like, that was a huge thing. So
No way.
Well,
absolutely. If you go back and look at like some of the old Isley Brothers albums and stuff, it's a bunch of white people like on a beach or stuff like that. Like seriously, they would do that. In
That's
the movie
messed up.
there's a movie called The Five Heartbeats, which I'm almost positive neither of you have ever seen. But it's one of the essential movies in black culture.
No.
But, you know, basically it's about a group from the 1950s, 60s that's trying to make it big and everything like that. So they finally get their big deal, and then the record company comes to them and was like, here's the album cover. And it's like six white people just, you know, frolicking on the beach. And they're like, what do you mean? Where are we? And it's like, yeah, but this will help other people who might be a little more afraid of Negro music.
Wow.
So that was a huge, huge thing back in the 60s and 70s. So
totally didn't
initially
even
I
notice
thought Bobby Caldwell, I thought that was just a picture of a
white dude.
guy, of a white dude. Like, I had no idea.
I guess you wonder where I
Why is
What
he
a
so
cut.
blonde?
What a cut, man.
One of my favorite songs of all time is "Open Your Eyes" by Bobby Caldwell because
That's a good
it's sampled by Common in "The Light,"
Yeah.
which is another great song.
Yeah.
It's
Great singer, terrible
Both great songs. Speaking of music, I actually had a funny moment this morning. Was driving in, stopped by to get my caffeine, my energy drink, and as I'm getting out of the car, I hear someone just blaring music, and I'm like, what the hell? And someone at a stoplight. I look over, And it was a dude in the car. I don't know if there was anybody else in there. Like, I don't know, probably middle-aged white guy. I don't know.
Singing
like,
Paramore, just blasting it to the top of his lungs.
Moulin Rouge was blaring. Like the Pink,
the original
Lil Kim, Christina Aguilera version, blaring out of his car speakers. I was at 8 a.m.
For a second, I thought you said the theme to Moulin Rouge, but no.
The
song,
that's a good song. I was like, he was really what?
Hey, sister, soul sister, blowing in the car, loving himself.
Hey, that song had a grip on my 3 sisters for like at least 5
That
years.
was a ladies' anthem. There's because you know what? There was a brief moment in like the mid 2000s, early 2000s where like it was again about girl power and stuff like that.
Girls. Slay.
So a song like that,
Go Queen.
I forget some of the other ones. There's a bunch
really
of like those. Joe's practiced that. He said that before. You know what I mean? Like when he's out with his lady and her friends, I guarantee he blends in like no problem.
Shut up.
I mean, it's all good. It's all good. It's called code switching. That's a good thing.
Code switching.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, it's called code switching. You're all good.
Do we got Moulin Rouge in the library?
I'm
in the
looking.
System? Maybe maybe
Moulin
we
Rouge,
get back as a bumper.
It is such a good song.
There's a song called Ladies Night that Lil Kim is also on, and it's with like it's all girls. It's like Angie Martinez, who was a radio host and was the worst rapper on there, which was crazy, and then Missy. But yeah, all about girl power. Shout out to the Spice Girls.
Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera, Lil Kim, Maya. That was the 4th one, and Pink. Yeah, in that. Lady Marmalade. Or is it Marmalade?
Marmalade. Shout out to Patti LaBelle, who was the original version of that song.
That's right.
Yeah. Patty's had a nice little voice too. Look at us talking about,
music,
girls, girl music and everything right now. That's awesome.
Yeah, girl.
Girl power. It's cool. And like I said, sometimes if you catch me in the car, there's a good chance. Like I might be listening to rap or might be listening like R&B, but there's a good chance I might be blasting some like No Doubt and singing Don't Speak to the top of my lungs. Like, how about this? Me, Jordan, and Chris, my guy Chris, were on the way to the Oregon State game, and we had some rap in there, but for the most part, it was a bunch of alternative and a bunch of like
90s. Good eclectic mix.
90s stuff like that, a bunch of pop. So
coming back from the Wisconsin game last year down at Autzen. Wisconsin. R.I.P. my beer cheese soup that fell off the table into the parking lot there. I worked hard on that beer cheese soup.
The whole thing or just the bowl?
No, it was like the pot. I mean, we had plenty. Like we had our bowl. We ate some. We got to it.
You wanted more.
Yeah, exactly. I even gave a homeless guy a bowl. He was wandering around the parking lot, and he's like, "Could I have some soup?" And I'm like, "Sure, dude.
Of course, man.
Yeah, I got you, boo.
Good for you."
But on the way back from that game, we were just blaring mid 2000s punk. Like Good Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Not Atreyu. I don't think Paramore was in there. We had some My Chemical Romance playing.
Chevelle in there too.
Yeah.
My gosh.
That's
I was like mid 2000s.
That's butt rock.
Yeah.
That's butt rock right there, Chevelle. Like, I feel like we need to get a good butt rock playlist on for bump back rotation as well.
I might just add Chevelle.
Some Nickelback.
It's kind of the cool thing about It's kind of the cool thing about being a black dude in Portland. Growing up here is that whether you want to or not, you're going to hear all the music.
Oh yeah,
everybody's music from everywhere. So you get a nice little mixtape of your own going on. So
what's your favorite white guy music? Like, is it like Pearl Jam or something like that?
White guy music? Oh my gosh.
Like, is it like yacht rock, like Toto?
I don't know. Like my favorite band. I have two of my favorite bands of all time.
Asia?
Number one is
my God.
Number one is Queen. Like it's my favorite band of all time, and then the other one is Sublime. Sublime is my absolutely. You're talking about the best barbecue music. You're talking about the best kind of vibes. The vibes are high with Sublime. So that's usually if I get a chance to.
Color of your energy.
Man,
that's 311.
That's 311. That's a great record though.
Damn it!
Whoa!
It's because my wife has it on our Sublime playlist. Do they not sound almost identical?
They're similar.
I mean, they're
similar.
Ska,
the way the song goes,
it's like the 90s. Come on.
That is definitely 311.
Well, I screwed that up.
No, yeah. So
listen to Sublime all the time, guys.
So if I get a chance to do that, man, and my favorite
love Sublime.
I don't know if it's like alternative band, I guess band. I'm a big fan of All American Rejects. Always have been. It's like my.
Love it.
I'll keep you my dirty little
See,
They've got so many. They've
Yeah,
got
they
so many
do.
cuts, man. But "Gives You Hell" might be my favorite record that they've
If it gives
ever
you
had.
hell,
Ever
gives
had.
you, hope it gives you
Your
hell.
favorite record?
From like them or anything like that. Like that was no, absolutely not. But if I get a chance, like I played that for my guy the other day. He was like, "Who is this?" It's like it's All American Rejects. Like this is a
come on,
great
man.
record. Absolutely.
Well, glad to be here. Glad to be here with you guys. Had a great time out at the Pickles game. I'm in Portland. Like, yeah, let's go Portland. Like, I'm kind of.
We got to go all in on everything now.
I feel like we gotta. I feel like I've been this a staunch supporter of this city. Like, dude, like we deserve nice things. Like, this is a dope city. I love this city. If you aren't from here or you don't live here, you just don't understand it. Last night, like being at the Pickles game, just awesome Portland experience. Tonight, going to the Timbers Sounders game.
Oh, that'll be good.
That place is going to
That'll be live.
popping.
And I think Portland's taken a little more of an interest in soccer now, especially after the World Cup. I think people are still kind of juiced about it.
Oh, yeah.
And like, okay, let's see if
Even
we
more
can get
so.
behind
Yeah.
our neighborhood squads.
And that rivalry's heated up. I mean, like back in the day when they started, I was told to leave the Sounders section while I was reporting on a game. So
Yeah.
that's how contentious it can get.
Well, that's happening later tonight. I actually have some funny audio about that match later in the show. We will play that at the end of the show because we have some other things to get to today.
Nothing else going on.
No, not a lot. We got to get to the latest in the Moda Center negotiations. The Blazers recently met with the city council and the mayor. That was on Thursday that they went out there. We got some stuff from like Big Ten Media Day. I figured that we can all just talk about the Big Ten and what our expectations and what we expect from all these teams and things that we heard. Also have a great display of chemistry and camaraderie between one team that I want to play some audio for you because I think this just goes to show that this team is just, they're a brotherhood. They're locked in. They have some traditions and things that they do with each other that I think is going to make this team real tight this season. And we'll get to that at the end of the first hour. Jordan, what I need from you before the second hour is I need your AFC and NFC South winners. All right? Me and Rashad started the divisions last week. We will do NFC North and AFC North in the second hour.
Cool.
I have a segment titled The Kyles in the second hour as well. Get to that and explain that more when we're there.
Do we have a fat Travis Kelce segment?
Fat Travis Kelce, is he fat?
Have we not seen the pictures from training camp this week?
He got married.
Putting on that wedding weight, man.
Not only did he look fat, he looked a little downtrodden.
Taylor Chef is really, yucking it up over there, man. Yeah.
So, like I said, I love this city. I am staunchly locked in on how much I love Portland. Does the team that's in this city love Portland? Because it kind of seems like they don't. We'll get to that next here. Moda Center negotiations. Progress was made, but still a big rift between the two parties. Get to that next here. Sports Saturday, Fan Sports Network.
What if you could have the most reliable...
I can't believe I've heard this song twice in one day, and it's not the year 2003. Dude, it's a cut.
This beat, you know, I don't know who did this.
When this comes
Dark
on in the
Child?
club, the girls start to move, and it's not like
Well, they used to.
Well, they still do.
I don't know.
They still do. You'd be surprised.
I don't know if anybody's dancing. Maybe at a wedding. I don't know if anybody's dancing to this at Jackie's.
I might have to recommend this at the next wedding I'm at.
Hey man, can you play Lady Marmalade?
Lady Marmalade!
They throw this on at Dixie. The girls are moving.
Can you play Lady Marmalade? The pink one.
The pink.
Guy with the
Lil Kim.
DJ's always got one thing on.
Yeah, the thumbs
That
up.
look on his face.
Dude, when I DJ weddings, that was my go-to. I got you.
Yeah,
And
not
then,
playing
yeah,
that.
20 minutes
Hell
later,
no.
hey, I haven't heard Lady Marmalade.
I got you. Don't.
Oh, my bad. It's coming up soon.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm just riding out the clock. I'm just milking the clock, trying to get to that, trying to get to the zeros, baby.
I might give him some of it, but then
All right, time to switch the mood and get all pissed. So the Blazers, they went to the work session, the city council work session on Thursday, to talk with the city council and negotiate and have a pissing match, basically, about all sorts of stuff. Let me just read some quotes. Basically, before I get to reading some quotes here, is the Blazers are pissed because one of the city council members, like a month ago, threw out, he's like, well, if, they leave, why don't we just, sue them to recoup some of that money? Just kind of, nonchalantly throwing that out. And now the Blazers have just, hung on to that. They're like, whoa, hold on. So they said they were going to sue us. And it was like, no, this dude, he said that it was, hey, in the bridge agreement, there's this, clause that can say if you move the team, if you leave, then we can recoup the money for the renovation and have you give us that money back. And the Blazers are all bent out of shape because of the threat of litigation that was thrown out. The mayor, Keith Wilson, came out staunchly and said the mayor, the city administrator, the city attorney have never contemplated suing the Blazers. It's never been a part of our conversations. Backroom with you, we are not contemplating suing the Blazers, Rip City management, or any other parties. I just want you to make sure you trust us in that discussion. Where then the Blazers legal team was like, oh yeah, we hear you, but there's still the threat of litigation. He's like, I just told you.
Well, with any contract, there is a threat of litigation. If I break said contract, chances are I'm going to be sued or I'm going to have to pay some money. That's anything, right? Am I tripping?
I mean, I think the Blazers want something in writing from the city. You can just say, hey, we're not going to sue you, but I think if they could come to some kind of
no, because then that's an easy way out for a guy that looks like he is. I've been on here saying, man, this is exactly what happened in Carolina. The teams were up and down. Everybody was nervous the team was going to be sold. They didn't want to pay for rent. All this stuff was happening. But I'm just kind of looking like they keep moving the goalpost.
Well, so let me read this quote for you.
Please, go ahead.
Because, yeah, I think that's what they're doing in this. It's just like, whoa, okay. Now we're bringing up, the business climate and the political environment. This is Dwayne Hankins, who at this point, I think he's just willing to do whatever it takes to keep his job. And it, has, the proverbial gun to his head. Go and say these things. He is... The dude was a social media guy for the LA Kings 13 years ago. He was doing social media, tweets, and has somehow found himself now the director of business, whatever his title is, for the Portland Trailblazers. This guy has he has had an insane rise to the position he is at. So if I'm him, I'm like, I was tweeting for the LA Kings a decade and a half ago, and now I'm essentially the right-hand man, the voice of the Blazers in these damn, all right. Yeah, I'll do whatever you want. Dude, to keep my job. It's funny how he's there, but everybody else has gotten let go and fired, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes on to say, Portland's current stagnant business climate, high income taxes, and divisive political environment makes it a tough city to invest in. It makes it harder to sell tickets, secure corporate sponsorships, and recruit players. I will say, those are correct statements. Being from the city, being in sales, being in advertising, trying to secure partnerships, I get the idea of like businesses that are based outside of Portland. Like, hey, you want to invest in Portland? You want to, move here? Do you want to advertise? Like, whatever. Portland? I don't know. Like, what's going on there? Is there a reason? Like, what just happened the other? Daimler Truck, I believe, is moving out of their Portland offices. Closed 300. Like, that's a pretty big business that's leaving here.
Columbia left. Nike for a long time left. Like, you could there's a long list of businesses that said bye-bye to Portland because of the
Nike is, I mean, they've been back for a
No,
while.
that's what I'm saying. I said they did leave. They came back, but like they said because of the way that business is happening in downtown, we're gone. Thankfully, they're back, but they're one of Columbia didn't come back.
Oh, you're talking the store?
Yeah,
Okay,
downtown. Yeah, the
bad.
area.
Like,
they don't want to do business in downtown Portland. Is what I'm trying to say.
And I guess my pushback to that.
I've been there.
I guess my pushback to any of that is, have you ever been to Oklahoma City? Have you ever? I mean, seriously, my
that's
buddy.
not who we're
my
up
buddy.
against.
No, but I'm saying my buddy went to Langston College, which was in OKC, and you're talking about a town of nothing. Have you been to San Antonio, Texas? I have. There's literally nothing in San Antonio except for the Alamo.
They can make a good margarita.
That's it. You know what I mean? That's really it. Winning changes all that stuff. If the Blazers are winning, when the Blazers were winning or when they were doing well, these weren't issues that people were having. When this team is not good, yeah, it's a little. And as far as selling tickets, even when they're bad, I'm seeing damn near sellouts every night, even when they're bad. These last few years up until this past year, yeah, there were still a lot of people at that game. Was it completely sold out every night? No. But there were still a whole lot of people at that game. So I think, man, as far as the Blazers and winning, I look at some other franchises around this league and like, yeah, as a city, Portland S's on San Antonio. They kill OKC. It's not even comparable. I looked at OKC's when they had their parade, right? When they won the championship, it was like, that's the weakest parade and shortest parade. Nobody was there. We crap on them by comparison as a city. So if you win, that changes everything. But yeah, I don't know. This sounds like a guy who never intended to keep a team here. You knew what the tax laws were here already.
So let me get to this too. This is all I'm reading this from Jason Quick's article on The Athletic. Goes without saying, he's been awesome this whole time covering this. But he said after the Blazers contingent left this session after an hour, the several counselors noted they were confused by Hankins' complaints about income tax, as the city does not have an income tax, nor the authority to change the state income tax. Some questioned why it appeared Hankins was moving the goalposts on issues that didn't involve the Moda Center. What was supposed to be a session to talk about the Moda Center and renovations morphed into talks of litigation, taxes, and referendums on Portland's business climate.
That you have nothing to do with.
Well, and this is where it's like it's a catch-22 for both of them, because I understand it's the right message, wrong messenger. I like what Dwayne Hankins said. Yeah, that's all true, but you've been in this city. Dundon bought this team months ago, knowing all this. Like, and now all of a sudden to be like, man, Portland's a tough city to invest in, and it's like, yeah, like I mean. Sorry, bud, but that's what you bought.
The team that you bought
back in March. So I mean, March, April, May, whatever it was.
Did you not do your research on the team before you bought it? Did you not understand the city before you decided to put billions of dollars into this project? That's my whole thing. So that's why I'm saying now, the intent to move has always been there. All this stuff that's happened. Listen, bro. All this stuff that happened at first all seemed like, well, this is just a guy who doesn't know. This is a guy who doesn't know. After hearing that you bring up the income tax, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, that's stuff that the Blazers and the city, that it's not something they can change right now. So you knew it would piss off fans, because the fans base isn't the problem, right? That's not the reason that anybody, and for most people, for the Expos or for the, I don't know, the Chargers or anybody that left the city for San Diego, man, attendance was down. It was hard to sell tickets. It was hard to do anything. People just didn't care. That's not the case here. So to piss off the fans, these two-way guys, I know they can go. They're not going to go. I'm going to do this with the hotels. I'm going to do this with the T-shirts. I'm going to do all these other little things. I'm going to fire the coach that got you, or let go of the coach that got you 42 wins and hire a new guy because he's cheap. He knew all these things would piss off the fans. And then you turn around and say, once we're like, man, we're cool with all that. Man, it's all good. You do your thing. Oh, but now the taxes are... Okay. we see where this is going now, because this is like if you've ever been in a relationship trying to save said relationship, and somebody is always, oh, well, this happened. As soon as you make things right, somebody, oh, well, now I'm upset about this, and now this is going. This is somebody that's trying to get out of that relationship. That's what's happening. He sees that there's something else he can do somewhere else, and like, well, I want to do that.
But the problem is, and Dirt and Sprague have done a great job exploring and talking to people in the cities that could be an additional option. And then Rob mentioned yesterday, and I thought it was a great point, that until you see another city that is like actively like, yo, we'll take the Blazers, and like start putting that out there and saying like, Portland can move here. Yeah, we're lining things up, that like start actively using that dialogue. Like, because to me, like the one that I think is a city that wouldn't mind having NBA is Kansas City. They have an arena there that's like ready to go, but they're not clamoring for it. And then Isaac again brought up a great point. It's like, dude, that's college basketball country out there. Like Kansas is Jayhawks, and even K-State to an extent, you know. But like, it's just like that is. It ain't an NBA city. Obviously, they don't have a team, but it's like, good luck competing against the Chiefs. Good luck competing against the Royals when they're good. But, I mean, like, that's where, and again, you haven't heard that city come out and say, like, we'll take them. We'll put it together. And also, Dundon's not going to pay all that money for the expansion fee. Like, and
it's too expensive.
It's too expensive.
He doesn't have it. He literally does not have it. What is it? A couple $100 million.
He's the poorest owner of any owner in the NBA.
Yeah.
So it's just this weird,
which is crazy to say about a billionaire, but yeah.
But it's just this weird back and forth of like, okay, you're threatening about like, well, it's tough to work here. It's like, but you bought the team, and you can't move anywhere else because you can't afford to move anywhere else. And quite frankly, the NBA probably is not going to let you move anywhere else. All the owners got to vote on it. Like, so what? And again, I think I said last week, this is a lot of money. Not surprised it got to this point of it being pretty ugly. It could be worse, but again, dude, this has been ugly. I'm not surprised, though, because it's politicians in an election year. It's a billionaire owner. It's a lot of money, a lot of public money. Like, yeah, dude, I understand why it's getting as contentious. It's a big deal. But the city doesn't really have a leg to stand on, because I love the city. Drove down through downtown today to get to the office. Yeah. Not a lot of business popping right now. Not a lot of boarded up places. A lot of for lease signs.
Wasn't very busy last night. I was downtown. Not a lot of people walking around.
And you want to take essentially the biggest brand that is known worldwide. You know, you could debate if Nike's big or whatever. Like, the Portland Trailblazers are an NBA
Nike's
franchise that is known internationally, right? Like, the NBA is huge in China. It's huge. Like, the Blazers, if it ain't Nike, the Blazers are the biggest company business
100%
in this area. You want to lose that?
100%. And you know what? Another thing, just with the expansion to Seattle in 2 years?
Yeah.
3 years, yeah. That for me, as far as moving, it would make Adam Silver say, well, we do have another team in the Northwest coming. So it would make, if we wanted to let the Blazers go somewhere else, we could do that. And that's another thing that kind of scares me about that whole thing is, you know, the advent of the Seattle franchise.
Just on the text line, people bringing up the KC thing, and someone mentioned that the arena there is 25 years old and would need renovations also.
Oh, yeah. So that's the thing is, what are you going to go move into a city with a ready-made arena? We're talking about basically you want to spend $600 million here for a renovation. It's going to turn into $1.2 billion for a renovation and moving a team and other fees.
And that's when you're talking about you're building these things. In a lot of cases, the taxes are going to be, because there is no state income. It's going to be a little bit cheaper to build something here as opposed to building it somewhere else.
And speaking of that whole income tax thing, Joe, I know we got to get out to break. I'd love to spend a little time when we come back maybe giving my opinion on why I think the Blazers and City Council are so far apart, and it's a lot more simple than people think. So it just is not the posturing is literally sometimes looking like a husband and wife fighting, and it's just I'd love to just delve into that a little bit, because the lack of awareness during some of the questions seems pretty stunning.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Get back into it next. We also got some Big Ten stuff to get into here in this hour. But yeah, I mean, it's just this Blazers thing, man. I cannot wait for it to get over. I can't wait to actually, I can't wait for the Blazers season to actually start.
Can we talk about the lineups?
Yeah, just start talking basketball again.
Who's Ja going to play with most, man? Is Drew going to be on the court with Ja? Can we get back to that, please?
All right, take a quick break, and then we will return here on Sports Saturday. But first, Jordan Schultz, hit us with a sports update, please.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Mariners taking another loss last night back at home at the hands of the Twins. It's their third in a row, 5-3 the final, despite a double from Cal Raleigh actually getting a couple of RBIs and a home run from Cole Young. The Mariners back at it against Minnesota tonight. Obviously not doing as well in the AL West. 3 games out of first place, the same spot in the wild card as well. Tonight it'll be Gilbert v. Prelip on the bump. It's actually an afternoon matchup, 1:10 on Mariners TV. Over to the PGA Rocket Classic happening right now, and actually a pretty decent leaderboard. You got Rasmus Højgaard overall already finished his round today at 9 under on top. Siwoo Kim at 11 under right now, out on the 11th. Kevin Yu tied for third along with Cameron Young, Patrick Cantlay, and Patrick Fishburne. They get going here in just about an hour and 20 minutes. And tonight you got the Portland Timbers getting going. Big matchup against the Seattle Sounders. And make sure you stick around right here on the Fan Sports Network all afternoon into the evening. You got coverage getting going at 6:30 right here on the Fan Sports Network. And, of course, the game starts at 7:45 on Apple TV. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Schultze from the George McCoy Warren Allen Sports Desk. Heard missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of prime time with Isaac.
Welcome back in Sports Saturday.
I like it.
Rashad.
This is awesome.
This
Buddy.
is your song, dude.
Buddy.
Actually, you know these guys.
Brother.
I don't know if they started it after COVID or a little bit further after COVID, but they have been doing like backyard concerts. They got viral on social media. Remember that? What a cool thing to do to have the All-American Rejects literally like 30 feet away from you in your backyard playing a concert.
That's pretty tight.
Well,
that's how you put yourself back on the map.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about all the Blazer stuff. Yeah, I'm just ready for it to be over. Dude, they're gonna pass it. And what cracks me up about this whole thing, and I think I said this on Wednesday, I was filling in on at the firm. I was just like, the reason I haven't like been tweeting or getting so animated and worked up all about this is because anybody that you talk to on this, whether it's like reporters, city council, whatever, whoever the hell, it always seems to come down to like, yeah, but this it's probably gonna get passed anyways. Like all this like freaking out, and then it always ends with, but in the end, it's probably gonna pass. And so I'm like, okay, so why like, I'm just done.
It's just posture.
Literally put me in the what is it? The sleep tubes that they have on spaceships and wake me up.
The cryogenic tubes.
Yes,
yeah.
Wake me up when September ends. Literally,
Listen,
not
fellas,
even trying to pull the Green Day song there.
It's a great song.
I mean, I know that the season will be starting very soon if September ends. So just get me to that point. For
So
the love
listen,
of God.
guys, you guys know I've been very glass half full on this situation because I'm with you. I've for a long time up until recently, I've kind of felt like this team is going nowhere. They're going to stay here. They're going to get this worked out. And then I think this is the same thing Seattle thought. There's no way they would move this storied franchise, championship franchise with all-star, Hall of Fame talent on it. There's no way they would move this team to Oklahoma City. Why? I know OKC, they were kind of the home of the Hornets after Katrina and everything like that, so that's kind of how they
showed it was a viable
lucked into
market.
it. Yeah, that's how they lucked into it. But they're a viable market. What is Portland? If OKC is supposed to be this moneymaker, and right now they are because they have a guy who's clearly, among the best players in the league, the MVP. They have SGA, right? So you're going to get a lot more. And before that, they had Kevin Durant. And then after that, they had Russell Westbrook. So they've had a lineage of MVPs and stuff like that, man. But come on, man. We thought the same thing that Seattle, was thinking the entire time, and we saw how that turned out. So I know I think it's going to get done. I hope it's going to get done. This city falls to pieces without the Trailblazers here.
Here's why I think it gets done really quickly. I don't think that some of the questions that are being asked by city council, like there are some really good ones, but there were some that were just uneducated and frankly, it's like you don't understand the terms that are being used. Two, I will point out very quickly, specifically when they're asking Dwayne Hankins first, I can't remember exactly which person it was on the council, but talking about the funding need and how they won't commit to a necessary number or hire an architect to work on the plans, without like an agreement from the city of Portland to do so. And essentially the president laid out like, hey, we need the agreement from you guys, which includes the money to hire an architect. And if you don't know, hiring an architect, if you want to build a house, it's about 10% of the cost of that house. So if it's a $400,000 house, you're paying $40,000 for an architect to design it. And I saw people online being like, well, can't you just go, Blazers can't hire an architect? No, it's going to take literal millions of dollars for a $600 million renovation to hiring an architect. So no, as Dwayne Hankins said to the council, do you get it? We need that done. So that question, totally uneducated and just out of left field. And then the other one you guys were talking about after the Blazers left, the whole income tax question, that's not even what it is called. They're saying, oh, we don't have an income tax. No, you're referring to the spectator tax, the 6% that the city charges the Blazers on every ticket sold. And if we can't have an argument or a debate on city council without actually understanding the terms that we're discussing, this is just going to take longer and be more postured. Like, that is our problem, guys. We are defining words two different ways from one side to the other. Once that stops, I promise you, we will get a deal done.
Fingers crossed from your mouth to God's ears, bro. Hopefully,
All right, let's take a break. Let's get into some football, shall we? I've had a football chub the last 2 weeks, and I want to keep that chub up, all right? Dude, during Sprague, we're talking ACC football a couple weeks ago, and from that point, it has just been full. It has been 6 to noon the whole time. So let's continue. Big Ten Media Days happened this week. A lot of good quotes, and there is a team in the Big Ten that has a, let's say, team tradition that I think is going to build that chemistry and camaraderie throughout the season and possibly push them over the edge into the championship. And I'll play that audio for you, Rashad and Jordan, and you listeners out there. But let's get into some Big Ten stuff next here. Sports Saturday, Fan Sports Network.
Hey, Portland, have we...
What the hell is this? Is this Tool?
It's Chevelle. Vitamin R. It's one of their top songs, brother.
I don't know if I know.
I
Chevelle.
think he's the Chevelle fan.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I know Chevelle.
I don't think. Okay,
I know one Chevelle song, I'm pretty sure.
What's that
Is
song?
it the Clincher? Is that the one you know?
The Clincher?
Here's the
What?
Clincher. No, you don't.
Oh,
see.
okay.
He is.
Rashad knows it. Rashad knows it.
I do?
This guy is a top 0.1% Chevelle listener on
Seriously.
Spotify.
I had one
He's got
Chevelle album
t-shirts.
growing up. One.
I'll be honest.
The Red, that was the song.
And
Okay.
By
Don't
Chevelle.
don't be mad at me. I have no idea who Chevelle is.
That's okay.
You don't need to.
I have no clue. Who
They're
they
a
Cadillac.
they weren't like a punk rock. They were borderline butt rock. You know, you could hear them on on radio stations. Be like, that was Godsmack playing coming up next.
I mean, like
to
Tool is a really
Chevelle."
good comparison. Like that's the brand.
Tool is
That's kind of
Tool's great.
Tool's way better than Chevelle.
No. I agree with you, but I'm saying that's the music genre, like Deftones, kind of right, like that kind of those groups.
Burner. Tools, man, that I might have to go listen to some Tool later.
Did you guys ever listen to any Breaking Benjamin?
No.
No,
I did not
okay.
listen to Breaking Bad. What I did listen to was plenty of interviews from coaches and players at Big Ten Media Day.
Oh, yeah, everybody with their promises this year.
I love the confidence that every single coach has at media day.
We all got the same record right now.
Hey.
So guess what, Boilermakers? we're going all the way to the championship.
Why not us?
Yes.
Why not us?
Guess what? Get up, Spartans fans. This is our year.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued with this season for just like a multitude of reasons in this conference. Like obviously, like who's going to win it? Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, great odds.
Hawkeyes.
Michigan. Obviously, they've got Bryce Underwood and now Whittingham. USC. We're watching the replay of Lincoln Riley spout off about how he really wanted to play Notre Dame and really wanted to make it work, and how he finally has all the tools that he needs in year 5 at USC. So a lot of good stuff coming out of it. Curt Cignetti, Brett Bielema basically saying F the SEC, we're the best. In fact, I want to try and it's in the system, Cignetti. I want you to hear his quote because again, SEC's all butthurt because they haven't won the last 3 championships.
Oh, no.
Big Ten is rightfully peacocking that we're the best conference. Like we got 3 championships. They literally have all 3 of the trophies on the stage all week at Big Ten Media Day to show you like, oh yeah, that's 2025 or 2026, 2025, 2024. Oh, that is last 3 years. Look at that. Look at those 3 trophies. Do we have the audio, Jordan? Yes.
The one that said where he's talking about it is the best league in football.
Yes,
Here we
that
go.
is Curt Cignetti.
The Big Ten is the best league in football, and a lot of really good football teams. It's hard to win on the road. Very physical football teams, very well coached. It definitely prepares you for the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest. We believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain.
Cignetti.
Slap them
fired.
cheeks.
And apparently, another quote of his, someone said like, hey, you won the championship. Obviously, you guys have a target on your back. And he responds, we got a bigger gun. I'm like, damn, dude. Bars.
Yeah.
All the time, this guy. He just blew out my team, my school, my alma mater, no less than like 8 months ago. And then I'm still sitting here like, damn, I can't hate this guy.
That's how you do that,
Did
man.
you think someone would just thrust himself into the greatness of coaching, like relevancy, this quickly? Like that quote
No, I mean,
is already among the best.
He is. There's going to be movies. There's going to be documentaries. That's
Has to
Cignetti.
be.
I mean, it's just a matter of time.
Hey, man.
They're all the streaming services are fighting for the screenplay and script right now.
How could you not like Curt Cignetti, especially after last year? Yeah. Especially after there might actually be a movie about these Indiana Hoosiers.
Hoosiers 2? Hoosiers
Hoosiers the football. Hoosiers the football team.
Electric
yes.
Boogaloo?
Absolutely.
It's a 100-yard field, kids.
No, but there might be an actual movie, a Disney movie made about this team, just because.
I hope it's not a Disney movie. I want a
Well,
rated
it's gonna be-
R
it's gonna-
Cignetti movie.
Yeah, not if Fernando Mendoza is the star of that movie. You're not gonna. That's gonna be very, very G-rated. But no, I mean, and he's absolutely right. We talk about the players and the teams in the Big Ten all the time. You look at this murderer's row of coaches that are in the Big Ten, like it's insane. Like Brett Bielema, Curt Cignetti. Obviously, you talk about Dan Lanning, Ryan Day, James Franklin, like Lincoln Riley. Like, get out of here. Like, these are just a few.
James Franklin no longer.
James Franklin no longer.
Yeah,
not anymore. Ryan, who is their coach now?
Matt Campbell.
Matt Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Came over from Iowa State.
Yeah, so you have just a list, even without James Franklin there. Just those guys that you mentioned are guys that are always at the top of the rankings every single year as far as their teams. And so, yeah, man, I think this is going to be another successful year. Honestly, who in the SEC, which would probably be the conference that's most going to rival them, like what team in the SEC would you say would really end up beating Texas? That's it.
Texas, Georgia.
And we'll see how that happened. We saw what happened with Texas last year, and obviously Arch is a year older, a little more mature. So this may be the year that he kind of takes off like we all think. But for the most part, I think we can all kind of say that the champion, again, will probably end up coming from the Big Ten.
Don't have the audio of this, but it's just so silly. And I hate when it's not hate, but it's just like sometimes you'll get I'm sure there's some national media people out there you like. Mm-hmm. There's some national reporters and hosts and whatever the case is. There's some out there that you like. There's some that you hate. I hate Emmanuel Acho. Cannot stand him.
Can't stand Acho.
One person that I do like as a host on ESPN, I think she does a good job, is Laura Rutledge on NFL Live. Yeah, Mina Kimes does a great job. This is where you can lose me, Laura, is where she goes on Pat McAfee and she goes
strike one. Strike one. Yeah.
I'm not a McAfee guy either.
Pretty fair point. Where's the?
Can't wait.
They're gonna pay that guy $65 million a year.
Anyway, so she was on there for God knows what reason, and it's a pretty long quote, but she basically said that the SEC having 9 conference games now, she says the competition within the SEC is so difficult that 9 games of craziness week in and week out, a little different than other conference. Furthermore, they're gassed. And that's what, so one, they've never played 9 games, so how do you know that is going to happen? And then 2, what was lauded from the SEC all these years when they were winning championships was how battle-tested the SEC teams are, right? It's a grind going through the SEC. That's why we're winning championships.
After they play Appalachian State and after they beat up on the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
Let's also keep in mind that Alabama was the one winning like all those championships for the most part. Like LSU got their 1, Georgia got their 2, and then Alabama got their 57 championships during that time. So was it really SEC or was it
really just Alabama?
Alabama, right. Yeah. And also, of course, I had to go and do myself a little Googling of Laura Rutledge, and sure enough, where's her alma mater?
Auburn.
Hey.
University of Florida.
Oh, I was close.
So I was just like, I bet you she went to an SEC school, and I Googled it, and sure enough,
that's usually how it goes, man.
And
that's what I always loved about like Pac-12 fans or people that went to like a Pac-12 school. It's like, I think you were pretty humble about it. You kind of knew that, hey, man, we're going to be really competitive. USC is going to have a great year. I don't know. I think somebody from the SEC is going to win. It might be Michigan from it. Like, we kind of knew that it wasn't going to be them. Like, we would know our conference is fun and, yeah, lots of scoring and everything, but ultimately, like, just can't win the big one. Like, if you're from an SEC school, you think that your conference is the best every year, regardless of what the stats say.
Yep. And got some audio from this week. It was the Oregon Ducks. Obviously, we're at Big Ten Media Day. We had Dante Moore, Jamari Johnson, and Tatum Tuioti out there. And Brenna Green for, I believe she is, I don't know if she's K2 or Fox 12, Coin, whatever. She's one of them. She went to Big Ten Media Day, and to try and loosen things up, she asked Jamari Johnson who's most likely to make a joke in the huddle, to like lighten the mood. And his answer, Rashad, it goes to show me that this team is so tight-knit. The camaraderie, the chemistry is so strong that if they're willing to say this on camera and on tape, I'm taking the Ducks all the way this year, baby.
Sometimes Dante farts in the huddle, and we have like a little competition of who can fart in the huddle, but I would say really everybody, but mostly Tay because he farts a lot.
How did this farting in the huddle tradition start?
Oh my gosh. Who said that? JJ. I knew it.
JJ, I knew it.
Too much stuff is getting leaked out. You got to find ways to connect with your team, so we do that.
Man, I certainly hope the center isn't letting one go, because then Dante Moore has to
just
go right up
on
in
his
there.
Hands. Whoa! I saw a lot of like tweets and being like, "What a bunch of weirdos out there in Oregon." And I'm like, okay, if you ever played football into high school, or if you had the opportunity to play into college, you get that many young boys together.
Oh yeah,
athletes are quirky.
Yeah,
freshman year of high school, my team, we would have study hall immediately after school for like an hour, and then we would go practice, right? We would be in study hall doing our thing, being all quiet, and then one guy would go to the bathroom, and then another guy would go to the bathroom, and then 3 more. And then, the game from Harold and Kumar called Battle S?
Oh my gosh. Yep. Instead of the game Battleships, it is another word.
Yes, exactly. So freshman year at Sherwood High School, we would go for about like 15, 20 minutes. Leave study hall, go in the bathroom, and play Battle Ass. And we had a point system. We had standings. We had bragging rights.
Gotta be real.
And guess what?
That's weird, bro.
That freshman team at Sherwood, we had like 4 or 5 comebacks in the fourth quarter that year. I think we lost maybe one game. We might have gone undefeated. Again, what we did during that time at study hall, it brought us together. We were a tight-knit group. We built that camaraderie and that friendship.
You couldn't just watch the Sandlot together or something like that?
Airbud.
Do a beer run or something. That's another way to bond you guys. Like,
well, we bonded other ways. Okay. I mean, there was, we liked the Mota over there in Sherwood, so there was definitely that.
Oh
too.
yeah, it's normal.
Tight.
You didn't. This was never.
This was never a thing, and maybe it's a cultural thing. I don't know. This is never
cultural.
A thing.
That was Jamari Johnson saying that, and Dante.
Yeah, farting. Farting is one thing. Hey guys, you guys want to go to the bathroom?
It was one of this like.
Who's in the first stall? I gotta know who's I'm giving points to.
It was sort of signals, just like. And then you could tell also, like listening, like that wasn't a real fart. That was you faked that. That's not real. -2 points.
Jeez.
Talk about that more to more connection. Can we get like a more to more fart? Like the double more fart and the oh my God.
Well, I need you to pull some drops out of that, Jordan. I think I need the Dante farts a lot or Tatum farts a lot. Whatever you can find. Just find me as many 2 to 4 second
farts
clips.
A lot in the huddle.
I want Dante to give me as many little clips of that as you can, please.
Dante farts.
I was dying when I heard that, dude. Like the fact that Jamari Johnson was just like straight up just admits it and
it sounds weird. It really sounds weird. I know it sounds weird to a lot of people, but the truth is like there are some really intense moments out there on the field, right? And you guys are
gotta
maybe
cut one sometimes.
And number one, your stomach is probably in knots. Number one. Well, number two, sometimes it's good to just kind of calm your guys down with just being able to laugh.
We're all right. Let's go.
Seriously.
All right, that's all right.
Come on, bro, you're so stupid. Like, if there's a tense moment, somebody did that all of a sudden, like, bro, you're so dumb. Like, okay, laugh. All right, y'all, let's get this together.
All right, guys, fourth quarter, all right? We gotta play good here. Let's start this drive off well, and then we will get this game and get this win, okay? All right, let's go, boys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unless they're getting blown out or something like that.
Yeah, no farting allowed at that point.
This was the
no dancing to shout, no farting.
Yeah, don't do that at all. Just saying.
Too many protein shakes.
I also love Dante just saying, "There's too much stuff getting leaked out." I want that as a drop as well. There's too much stuff getting leaked out. Good job, Brenna Green. That is the journalism we need at Big Ten Media Days.
Speaking of Dante Moore, I turn to my left, look at the TV, and who's on the screen?
Dante Moore.
Throwing touchdown passes.
She really the follow-up question saying it's like, what? So when did the farting start? Like, Brenna, that was choice. Not every reporter would do that. So
I don't
that
know.
Was awesome.
Well, she also got Dylan Gabriel in that interview. I think it was at the Rose Bowl a couple years ago. Where he's like, honestly, he just looked high as a kite and was like, "Yeah, let's do more domes. Let's do more. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that." So I don't know what it is about Brenna Green, but she's getting the guys to let their guard down, and absolutely love it. So that way we can play audio like that. Hour number 2 coming up. We'll switch over to the NFL. Start looking at our NFC North, AFC North predictions. We'll do that for the next couple segments. After that, I got a segment called The Kyles. I will explain that more as we get closer. And then we got a Timbers game tonight against Seattle. We got some audio for that as well to send you into the weekend. But hour number 2, stay tuned. We got NFL divisional predictions next. Sports Saturday, Fan Sports Network.
Experience the thrills at Portland International Raceway. 180 miles per hour action as the NTT IndyCar Series returns August 7th through 9th for the only Bulls Grand Prix of Portland. Kick off the race weekend on Thursday, August 6th with a Grand Prix run fueled by Body Armor, plus a free community.
Hour number 2. Sports Saturday right here on the Fan Sports Network. Thanks for hanging out. Hour number 1 will be posted wherever you get your podcast, except Spotify, because I think we're still banned from there, as far as I know.
Still no answer as to why, what we said.
I don't think it was a matter of what was said. I think it's because we're playing music like that, technically, and it's getting flagged and
It'll be
caught.
all right.
Yeah, I mean, All American Rejects are going to be calling and wanting some royalties here soon.
Sorry.
Thanks for joining us. Hour number 1 in the bag. Hour number 2. Someone on the text or on the YouTube chats. Daimler just left last week. Texas economy versus Oregon. Well, Texas economy, have fun over there. If you get caught with a gram or less of weed, you might end up in jail for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
so,
and
have
a
fun
lot of
over
other
there.
things are illegal, and Texas sucks.
Texas is super cool.
Can we
depending on where
just?
you go,
It's
though.
fun to visit.
I wonder how Joe Rogan's feeling about that, smoking weed in his studio in Austin, Texas. Like, is he allowed to do
Well,
that?
he's a good old boy.
Yeah, I'm sure Joe's got,
Should
some
I call the
clearance from
cops and be
somebody.
like, I'm watching a live podcast of some guy in Austin, Texas smoking weed right now?
He's got officers inside
What?
the podcast
Well, who's
watching him do it.
What's his name? Where is it? His name's Joe Rogan.
Oh, Joe. Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, never mind.
He gets a pass.
No. He comes to the yearly.
Who's smoking
donation
weed?
party.
Dante. Call the cops.
Exactly.
Anyways, can we get some like NFL music up in this piece? Can we get some there it is. Some bells. Jordan, you need to give me your AFC South winner and your NFC South winner before we move forward. Before we do anything else, I need your picks. All right.
Oh man.
That inspires a lot of confidence.
Well, the AFC South just looks kind of iffy. Maybe you want to go Jacksonville. Maybe you want to go Houston. I don't know. Everybody has faith in Indy now. Like, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go Houston because I still like what C.J. Stroud brings to the table.
All right.
They seem to have the most consistent team coaching-wise. They've got pieces around C.J. Stroud. The offensive line is good. Their defense was top 10 in several categories, or at least top 15 for the Texans. So I go them winning. I think it'll probably be between them and Jacksonville, but hell, who knows? With Tennessee doing some new stuff, they could be up there too. Doubtful, but yeah.
All right, I got you down for Titans then.
All right.
NFC South, I had the Bucks. Who did you have? Did you go Panther?
I think I had the Falcons.
Yeah,
yes.
you went
I had the
Falcons. Jordan.
Gosh, those are...
I somehow had the Bucks winning the division at 7-10. I don't know how that's physically not even possible. But.
Baker Mayfield, after all the contract stuff, is going to ball out of his ass.
We were just talking in the commercial break. He's pissed.
No, he is on a level. He's like, yo, I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me, but now, because I came through for you, pay me. And they didn't.
Yeah,
so
he threw around the word disrespected a lot in his press conference.
Which is never good to hear from
No.
anybody. Once somebody feels disrespected in a situation, usually that means a parting away from somebody.
Bucks sound like they were trying to call his bluff, but he called theirs. I think because of that, they're going to get a great season from him. Still so many weapons there, including a former Duck. And hey, did you know he was Bo Nix's brother and Tez Johnson? So I think it's going to be at least a 10-7 season for the Bucks. I think they'll win the division, but hear me out. Guys, I think it's going to be a wacky one. Panthers in second. Panthers?
Yeah. I said the Falcons, man. I think that Falcons squad, especially offensively, is really good. Now they have an offensive-minded head coach. Hey, man, I think the Falcons are going to be scary.
All right. Now let's move to the other divisions in this. AFC North and NFC North. NFC North is the Bears, the Packers, the Lions, the Vikings. Let's start with the Vikings. I mean, one, just say Kyler Murray is going to be your starter. Let's get that over with. And they're going to have a good defense. I think that is a given. And it's just a matter of, is Kevin O'Connell going to be able to get anything out of Kyler Murray? This is kind of Kyler's last shot anyways. But to me, if Kyler Murray is your option at this point in his career, boy, I mean, we'll see what happens, man. But I don't have a lot of faith that this season's going to go the way that they want it to. I'm looking at their schedule right now. Boy, they got a stretch where they got to play the Lions, Bills, Packers, 49ers, all in the middle of the season. And the Lions, Packers, 49ers games are all at their places. So, I mean, that is a tough travel schedule right there. Then they got to go to the Patriots week 14. I mean, I just don't see the Vikings having a great season. And as I go through their schedule, I got them at like 4-13, I guess. Just choosing wins and losses off the cuff. I got them at 4-13.
Yeah, I think we can all expect the Vikings to be the worst team in this division. And it sucks because Justin Jefferson is just so cold. Like, I mean, he's the best receiver in the league. Hopefully he can get the ball at some point, but when your quarterback can barely see over its offensive line, and they've had five straight bad seasons, I don't really see it going super, super well for them. So I'm kind of with you. They have a great defense. Brian Flores always has those boys playing, pretty well, pretty stout. So that's the one thing you can expect from this team. But offensively, if Kevin O'Connell isn't able to get them going, like I expect maybe 5 wins out of them.
So it really comes down to these 3 teams then in the division: Bears, Packers, Lions, and who's going to win it. The Bears obviously had that crazy season last year where they were able to pull it out and get the win the division over the Packers. The Lions obviously not making the playoffs last year. Going through the Lions schedule, man, pretty favorable, honestly. They have a lot of easy games right away. Their first 5 games, they play the Bills in week 2, but outside of that, they play the Saints, Jets, Panthers, Cardinals, all in the first 5 weeks of the season, and then they get a bye week. So they very well could be 4-1 right away. Tough division, but again, they play the Dolphins, they play the Titans, they play the Giants. Like, those are a lot of winnable games. Going through their schedule initially, I got the Lions at 12-5, and quite frankly, they need to have a rebound season. Dan Campbell said the other day, he's like, this might be the only shot that we get like a couple of years ago. So, like, and missing the playoffs last year, this is a pivotal season for Dan Campbell and the Lions.
I agree with you, man. You look at their schedule, it might be one of the more favorable schedules of anybody in football. Now, there are a couple tough games in there. You got the Pats, you'll have the Bucks, you'll have the Bears, the Falcons, who I think is going to win their division. So you'll have some teams that you have to go in there and beat. But for the most part, I don't see them losing any more than 5 or 6 games. So they should be able to win this division with about 11 wins.
And just looking at the Packers schedule now, I mean, it's a mixed bag for them as well, as far as like the beginning part of the season. They start on the road first 2 weeks against the Vikings and Jets. I mean, even being on the road, that Vikings one, that might be a tough one. Beginning of the season, just
defense
weird
and everything.
Week 1, we saw last year
at Minnesota.
Maybe it wasn't last year or the year before. Minnesota, they had a win against the 49ers at home where it was just like they absolutely stopped them. I think it maybe was last year, like week 5 or something, week 4, week 5, where the 49ers got absolutely trounced in Minnesota. They've got Bears, Cowboys, Lions, Panthers, Patriots, just going through the schedule initially, and then the Rams right after the bye week. They got to play the Bills. They got to play the Texans. I mean, they've got a pretty tough schedule this year, all things considered, and running through it, I got the Packers around that 9-8, 10-7 range.
I don't know.
It's a tough schedule, I think.
It is, and I think with with their improved defense, they should be a little bit better. I'd probably say somewhere around 9 wins. I'm looking here on the schedule. I think it'd be easy to trip up first game of the season against the Vikings. But after that, then you got, the Falcons, who I think very highly of, then the Bucks, the Bears. We don't know what we're going to get back from the Cowboys. We assume the game was at least going to be competitive from them.
Maybe another tie.
Maybe another tie, right? And then you got the Lions from there. So they got a pretty tough schedule. I don't expect the Panthers to win their division, but I do expect them to be competitive. So looking at their schedule, and it's like there's no gimmies, at all on the Packers schedule. They're going to have to go out and fight to win a lot of games. But with that, I think they're talented enough to at least win 10 of those.
And it's funny. Never mind. I was looking at this list opposite. So based off of last year's win-loss record and everything, the Packers have the 4th most difficult schedule in the NFL this year.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Like there are no easy games there.
Bad luck of the draw.
No,
you know who has the hardest schedule in the NFL?
The Bears.
The Bears. That is true. They based off of last year's win percentage, hardest schedule in the NFL.
I do love how they do that.
But kind of favorable to start. I mean, they got to go to Carolina right away. But then they get 3 straight home games against the Vikings, Eagles, and Jets. So that very well could be a 3-1 or 4-0 start for the Bears. And then they got to go to Green Bay. They got to go to Atlanta. They get the Patriots at home. Got to go to Seattle. It's a really back and forth. Outside of those 3 games, it's just kind of like back and forth, home and away for the next 2 months for them.
Yeah, you have 2 games at home against the Buccaneers, which will be a good one. But then the Saints, which should be a nice win for you.
So week 5 away, week 6 away, and then it goes home, away, home, bye, home, away, home, away, away, home, home, away. There's no real good consistency for them. It's just this back and forth of traveling. And some of those are, they're in Chicago, so it's not that bad of travel, but they're having to go to coastlines each time, seemingly. They're going from Atlanta to back home, and then to Seattle, to back home, to New Orleans, to back home to Detroit. It is a lot of travel.
It's a lot of travel.
2-month time frame there.
It's a lot of travel, but I think this team they showed us a lot last year, and in year 2 with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, the offense is going to be right where they should be. Luther Burden III is probably going to be somebody they really rely on the to catch the ball. So, man, I don't know. I like this Bears
team.
Now
that DJ Moore's gone,
he's going to get a lot of the targets.
He's going to get some more.
Rome better do something. Rome might be on his last legs, because his first couple seasons have not been great. So Rome, this is really a prove-it year for him. But all that said, man, I would probably see them winning the division still. I think they're a great team. They do have a hard schedule, but man, that damn Caleb Williams is really, really, really good.
And even with that tough schedule, as I go through the win-loss, go through wins and losses and everything, yeah, I got the Bears at 13-4.
I got the Bears. You got 13. I said 12, but yeah, I think 13 is cool.
Losing to the Bills, losing to the Seahawks at home, losing to the Green Bay Packers at home, and then just dropping week 1 to the Carolina Panthers at home, just a weird week 1, whatever, it happens. Yeah,
I think the Seahawks are going to take a little step back. I think they're going to win that game against Seattle at home.
Ooh. So for the NFC North, we're going Bears?
The Bears.
We're going Bears? Jordan, are you going Bears?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I like Chicago, but I just think Detroit, they're not an 8th
want
season.
Detroit to win.
I totally understand. And here's why I think they are going to. They had offensive and defensive coordinators robbed from them. Their continuity was affected a little bit coaching-wise. I bet you last year, along with the injury to Aiden Hutchinson kind of leading into that, yeah, a little bit of stability issues for a team that's really been there. And they still are there. I love their offense. God, Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown are still 2 of the top fantasy picks in everybody's
Jay Will,
draft.
too.
Thank you. Yeah. Exactly.
They got weapons, man.
Their defense is good, too. They're great at pass rushing. Every other team, I feel like, obviously Minnesota sucks, but every other team in this division has flaws I think Detroit can exploit. And Detroit still has a higher floor than Chicago. I think Detroit is a potential 14-game winner this year. So let's go Lions. The only issue I have with that is they do have an international game against your Patriots, Rashad. One of their home games is actually, I think, in Germany.
Yeah, I was going to say, though, I give the edge to the Lions because Amon-Ra St. Brown
yes, sir.
is part German.
German connection there.
He speaks German, so I feel like that's kind of like a, coming back to the homeland for
Christian
him.
Gonzalez is part badass, so I don't know what that means, but yeah. We got something for him.
City of Detroit.
We got a break, but another thing as far as the Lions go, very intrigued to see what happens with Jahmyr Gibbs this year with no David Montgomery. He is now with the Houston Texans, and he had been awesome for them the last couple of years. So, yeah, very intrigued to see what Jahmyr Gibbs, that running back room, looks like next season. Take a quick break, and then we will get into the AFC North. The Browns, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Ravens. Next, Sports Saturday, Fan Sports Network. talking some Young Hansen in the commercial break, baby.
Hot Yang talk.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much showed exactly what he did at Summer League last year.
Yeah, well, I was telling Rashad, I was like, watching him in Summer League, I'm like, damn, man, he can ball. And I'm like, damn, man, this is Summer League.
Damn, man, these are 20-year-olds that'll never play in the NBA, man.
I mean, but I just want to see how he moves is more important. But we can talk about that another time.
Yeah. When we actually get to talk Blazers basketball in maybe like a month and a half or something like that.
Whenever this whole spiel is over. I'd rather talk about basketball because talking about the other stuff is depressing.
Yeah, it is. All right. AFC North now. The Ravens, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Browns. By the way, I was just curious who is in that running back room for the Lions now that David Montgomery is gone. Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
He will be backing up Jahmyr Gibbs. Want to talk about a guy who never stops moving his legs.
No.
Isaiah
Pacheco is, if you needed a nice little 8 points in fantasy, he was good for that sometime.
Or it's like, hey.
Or give you 15 all of a sudden one day. It's like, okay,
even in just football where it's just like, Isaiah, all we need is just like 2 yards. He's like, I'm going to get you 5.
I got you, bro.
I'm going to make sure.
I got you. 7, you say?
Dude, he is.
Not a problem.
Like, he's not this amazing electric running back, but I just appreciate his I am going to die.
I got you.
Fighting, running this
That's
ball.
what you needed a running back.
Yes. So, anyways, AFC North, Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns. Let's start with the predicted division winner in the Cleveland Browns. Wait, maybe not.
Oh, we don't think Cleveland's going to win?
No, I do not. Yeah, unfortunately not. Yeah, so let's looking at their schedule here. I mean, I somehow have them beating the Panthers in Week 3 in Cleveland. This is the thing about the Browns. The Browns at home sometimes are weird, and in a good weird, where they win games that they shouldn't. They win ugly games. They beat divisional opponents at home. I would love to see what the Browns' home record is over the last few years, just because it seems like
they get some dubs at home.
Yes, seems like that is the only place they ever get dubs.
Yeah,
and they get some good ones from time to time. But with that being said, running through their schedule here real quick, what are we thinking? 3 wins, 4 wins? You don't have Myles Garrett anymore. There goes probably a win in itself.
That's a couple wins in itself.
Maybe 2. Yeah,
you win ugly because you have a guys like Myles Garrett that can keep it honest on the defensive end. But I mean, they do eke some wins out at home. I don't know, man. I'd probably say 4 or 5 wins. I mean,
I went through the schedule and I got them with that 6-11 somehow. It's them winning games at home, man. They play the Raiders at home. I could see that that point Fernando Mendoza's playing, getting to a rookie quarterback. They're hosting the Falcons at home. The Falcons, I hope that the Falcons have a good year. Hope their offense is better because they're going to need that in that game. Looking at some other home games that they got, I mean, they got the Steelers at home, but they'll probably drop that. They host the Panthers. I could see them winning that one in Week 3. Like, again, it's just these quirky Brown wins.
Yeah, they're always going to eke a couple out against their division rivals, right? So I can see them beating the Steelers at least once. And I could see them beating the Bengals at least once.
The back half or the back third of their schedule, they have a bye week in Week 11. But after that, it's the Raiders, it's the Bengals, it's the Falcons, it's the Giants,
the Colts,
the Ravens, the Colts, the Bengals again. So, I mean, they can get some wins towards the end of the season to make it a less ugly season.
Man, listen, just losing Myles Garrett is going to be a huge shift, for this team. But for the most part, I still think they can win some games. I don't think it'll be many. I think Shedeur has a lot of potential, and but he is playing in arguably the toughest division in all of NFL, right? So that's going to provide its own set of challenges for him. But yeah, ultimately, I just don't think that the team has enough. Not just Shedeur. I just don't think the team has enough to really be as competitive as they need to be. So I'd give the Browns 5, maybe 6 wins.
You know who they do have, though? Harold Fanning Jr.
Oh no.
Absolutely love Harold Fanning Jr. You know who Harold Fanning Jr. is?
Probably.
He was a rookie last year. He came from Bowling Green. And me and my buddy Tanner, we do the podcast, the Fish and Toast podcast. He put me on to Harold Fanning Jr. at Bowling Green. Mm-hmm. He is awesome.
Okay.
At our fantasy football,
check him out.
At our fantasy football trip in a couple weeks, there's going to be there. he's getting picked high.
Okay.
Whether it's me or my buddy Tanner or a few other, like Harold Vanden's probably going like round 8.
Oh.
Round 7.
All right.
I'm telling you, man.
Listen up, all you fantasy gurus.
Dude, I didn't believe it. I was like, tight end from Bowling Green. I watched him that year. Insane senior year.
Okay, Harold.
And then he was great last year for the Browns.
Nice little dark horse for you all.
Moving it along to similar to the NFC North, the 3 teams in the AFC North that are going to be probably vying for the divisional crown, the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers. I would say the Steelers are probably going to finish 3rd in the division. I mean, Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers, I mean, that team. Yes, they did get Michael Pittman, an additional option out there on the outside, but I can't trust Aaron Rodgers to have an Aaron Rodgers season at this point in his career.
Wait till you hear my pick.
And but what's funny is that they're talking about, and who's the new OC over there, over in Pittsburgh? But basically, they're talking about incorporating some more play action, some more pre-snap motion, a little bit more disguise, get him out of the pocket, and I'm sure Matt LaFleur
Get who out of the pocket?
Rodgers a little bit. Again, play action, right? You know, you play action to the right and do a little boot out and then just post up, you know.
You're trying to get Aaron Rodgers to run somewhere or make plays for himself?
Aaron Rodgers, the last 15, 20 years, it's basically snap it to me, I'll find you. They want to try and mask some of this deficiencies probably in his game now because of age. Like it's not just like snap the ball and shotgun, give it to Aaron and watch him do his thing.
Yeah, I think, but
he can't do that anymore.
When he used to do that, there was the fear of Aaron Rodgers taking off on you because he could, right? He was mobile enough to still get out of the pocket and make something happen with his legs, and get into the sideline or something. But I don't expect 43-year-old, 42. How old is he now?
Oh, he still got out of the pocket
40,
a couple of times last year.
He
wasn't
did,
crazy,
but
he would run.
now you're acting like you're designing the plays for him to potentially be able to bail you out. But sometimes, so I don't know. It didn't work the last time that they ended when they ended their tenure in Green Bay. So I'm not super confident they'll do that in Green Bay this year or in Pittsburgh this year. I'm sorry.
I think I like Pittsburgh.
Going through their schedule, looking at it, it's a pretty tough schedule too, man. I mean, they play a lot of good to great teams. I mean, week 1 Falcons, whatever, but then you got the Patriots, you got the Bengals, you got the Bucks, and then after your bye week, this is after your bye week. Week 9 bye week for the Steelers. You then go to Cincinnati, to Philadelphia. You host the Broncos. You host the Texans. You go to Jacksonville. You host the Ravens. That is immediately after your bye week. That is 6 straight weeks after your bye week of playing really good teams. Bengals, Eagles, Broncos, Texans, Jags, Ravens.
It doesn't end
That
there.
is a tough
It doesn't end
6-week
there
stretch.
because then you got to play the Panthers, who are probably going to be fighting for a playoff spot or trying to get there. And then if you done enough in your season, if you haven't, you have to salvage your last game, which is against the Ravens or against that defense, because would you expect most of those guys to play? So I think it sucks, man.
I go through the schedule, and you know what I'm getting with this Steelers team?
6 wins?
No. 8 and 9. Under 500.
Mm-hmm.
If they finish under 500, Pittsburgh is going to lose their mind.
Oh my God!
Well, they were the ones calling for Tomlin every freaking
They need to send Mike Tomlin gift baskets.
even just one game under 500. They're like, see, why'd we fire Tomlin?
But this is what you wanted, right?
How good they've had it.
But that's what you wanted, right? You wanted to at least be this way. Show us that we're doing something. Okay, fine. Here you go.
Could you they have been the bastion of a great organization with how many coaching hires over the last 70 years? 3? Not literally 70, but about 45. Come on. They got what they asked for. Although I like their roster this year. I'm serious. I think I'm going to pick the Steelers to win this division, guys.
Oh my God.
I'm dead serious. I know.
Dog.
They're 3rd on the betting lines right now. I think it's the Ravens, and right around the same, I don't think there's much difference, is the Bengals. So people think that they're going to be on top, but man, I like what they're doing. I like Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy as a combo. In a cold weather division, guys, that's a lot of field goal games. Those teams that you were just mentioning, are they hard games? Abso-freaking-lutely. But their kicker's really good, man. seriously, go.
Chris Boswell's good.
He is.
I just love how that I did not see you going that way.
But that's how games are decided in Pittsburgh, are they not? It's not touchdowns. You guys are talking about trying to design the game around an aging Aaron Rodgers.
Lots of field goals.
Exactly. It's going to be a lot of running.
Lots of 6-3 games.
It's going to be a lot of field goals.
AFC North.
As long as their defense can hold, which they've always been able to do, TJ Watt still kicks ass in this league. I don't see why Aaron Rodgers, with his last run ever, sometimes it gets special. I'm not saying he's going to throw for 5,000 yards, but I bet we're going to see a couple of special moments, and I see Pittsburgh winning 10 or 11 games. It's a hard schedule, but a lot of those games, guys, cold weather division, it's going to come down to some grittiness, and Pittsburgh is damn good in those
I'll
games.
give them 7.
All right.
I got him at 8-9, and I have the Bengals 12-5, Ravens 14-3. Ravens getting the division. I think the Bengals are going to have a good year. I think they're going to bounce back. I think Joe Burrow, Shamar Stewart avoided a major injury on the defensive side, hyperextended knee. He'll probably miss some time. I don't know what it is about the Bengals. Joe Burrow lately has started to shift the mentality. In the offseason at the beginning, it was like, is Joe Burrow depressed? Does he need to talk to someone?
Whenever you start dying your tips, things are going south, man.
His mentality, with training camp it's starting to change a little bit. And I have a feeling, especially with Jamar Chase, he's going to want another contract here soon. And
they better give it to him.
I think the Bengals are going to put up numbers. It's always the defense that's the problem, but I think this is the year that the Bengals are going to make their defense just a little bit better to help out that offense and get a playoff spot. Not win the division, but get a playoff spot.
Yeah, I think losing Hendrickson on the defensive end sucked, for this Bengals team, but they were able to pick up Dexter Lawrence and Jonathan Allen.
Bengals have the third easiest schedule as well.
And here's something we're not saying. The Bengals have the only head coach that's returning to their team. Everybody else in the division has a brand new head coach.
Sure.
So at least Zach Taylor can come in and with his team that they already know, with this quarterback that's already an all-pro type dude, that you can have some stuff. And then arguably the second or third best receiver in the league in Jamar Chase. I do think the Bengals are going to be much better if they can protect their quarterback. So give me 10 wins for the Bengals.
Wasn't Zach Taylor just on the hot seat though?
Yeah,
he was.
That's
so
where.
if you can't win this year with all these new head coaches in your division, then amen.
All of a sudden, 7 months later, after wanting to be fired, now Vegas has them plus 100 to win the division. That kind of stuff is crazy to me. So,
all right, we're up against it, but I got me and you, Rashad, Bears, and Jordan for Lions. I got you and me for Ravens.
That's correct.
And Steelers for Jordan.
Steelers.
All right. There is the NFC North.
Easy peasy.
And the NFC North.
I hope Casey Smith loves my pick.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. Take a quick break and talk about the two Kyles. Do that next here. But first, Jordan Schultz, Sports Center Update.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Mariners losing another heartbreaker last night, 5-3 at the hands of the Minnesota Twins back at T-Mobile Park. A couple of good hits, though. Cal Raleigh, a nice RBI double, setting a couple in. Cole Young with a homer, not making a difference, though. Jose Ferrer giving up the go-ahead homer after he came in to take over for Bryce Miller in relief. Back at it this afternoon, it's Gilbert v. Prelip on the bump. 1:10 first pitch on Mariners TV. Over to the PGA over in the city of Detroit. You got the Rocket Classic happening right now. Rasmus Højgaard still your leader at 12 under. He's already off the course for his third round. Ben James, Corey Connors, Russell Henley, Cameron Young, Patrick Cantlay, and Patrick Fishburne all tied at 10 under. James the closest to getting off the course for his third round. And the Portland Timbers in action tonight. A huge rivalry matchup against Seattle Sounders. You got coverage getting going right here on 105.1 The Fan and the Fan Sports Network at 7 p.m. And you can watch it at 7:45 on Apple TV. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Schultze from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the firm of Harris and
go. I was yapping with Rashad during the commercial break there.
Yeah, it's talking.
Apologies.
Hot nuptials talk.
Hot nuptials, weddings, marriages, all sorts of stuff. Love is in the air. Real quickly, this segment, I wanted to get to this. The two Kyles is what I call it. And those two Kyles are Kyle Shanahan and Kyle Kuzma. Have you heard about what's happening with Kyle Shanahan?
I have heard about Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan got in a car accident a month or so ago.
Glad he's okay.
He is okay. He did get some pretty serious injuries, like broke his ribs, severe concussion, 40 stitches,
Almost
all this.
lost an eye.
Yeah, they were saying if the cut was a little bit higher, he could have gone blind. Is that not good, dude? Was he drunk? DUI? Was he under the? No.
Well, we don't know.
Well, I don't know who to trust, because what happened initially was it was apparently a quote unquote clerical error by the police department that they put in their police report that it was the woman's fault that caused the car crash. It was not Mr. Shanahan's fault that caused it.
Jackasses.
Kyle Shanahan. And it goes to show, like, this is how low the bar is for coaches to just be decent human beings. He went out of his way to tell the story of what happened, where he was driving and his phone fell down in, like, the crevice of his... He was like, I was not on my phone, but my phone did fall out of my lap into the crevice of my car. He went down to reach for it.
I learned that lesson 20 years ago.
And then... boom, airbags
that
in
fast.
the face.
You don't bend down to get your phone while you're driving.
And he admitted all of it, and he said it was my fault. It was not her fault. The 49ers were, like, legitimately trying to cover this up for some reason, which I have no idea why, any benefit. And the police obviously, like, made a clerical error. A clerical error is typing a D instead of an S on accident.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they came out and said that it was officers' discretion as to why Kyle Shanahan was not charged in the crash that was his fault. Because, guys, I got into a crash just trying to turn across traffic in Gresham when I was going to Mount Hood Community College. I was cited with failure to yield to oncoming traffic. $300 ticket, but, like, at the least, we don't have to charge him, but he's not cited with, like, a couple of $1,000s worth of tickets because of what he did. Like, come on.
Okay, my apologies to set the record straight. Report Kyle Shanahan was using cell phone at the time of the incident is what it says.
That's also dumb.
But yeah, I mean, like, is that worth covering up? Like,
Yes,
dummy.
it's illegal. You should have a ticket for it because it is an at-fault accident. I'm sure he has insurance, and luckily,
this isn't Vrabel. That might need it. Needed a cover up.
It's easy for Shanahan to come out and admit this compared to Vrabel. It's like, like you said, Joe. It's like
the bar's pretty low.
Yeah, what a low bar.
Who's
for
the other
guys?
guy that just got a DUI?
Just
somebody else just got a DUI like a week ago, like within the last week. I can't remember, like the last 2 weeks or something like that. I can't remember who it was.
Tony Romo.
Was it Romo? There you go. So there it is. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Thank you. I couldn't hear exactly what he was saying, but yeah, Joe's quarterback was taken in for DUI. Now, if it was something like that and he were drunk or something, then absolutely. Like, I could see why the cover-up. But this was just a bunch of 49er fans who were also officers of the law. They were like, keep this between us. Yeah. Nobody has to know about this. But it's like, I wasn't doing anything illegal. There were no hookers in the car. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, very bizarre situation. I don't know what the 49ers are doing.
Alcohol, hookers, and cocaine are the only reason stuff is ever really covered up like that. And that wasn't the case.
Guys, I'll throw this out there publicly. This is just tinfoil hat conspiracy theory here, right? Since we just dealt with the Vrabel thing. Was Shanahan not necessarily maybe cheating on his wife, like allegedly doing something on his phone, but was he doing something he shouldn't have done on his phone? And that's why we're not really talking about it past this.
Why don't you send me a picture?
Of course the idea comes to my mind. That is not proven. That is just a stupid little conspiracy theory that I'm putting on.
Well, one of the comments on the Reddit post about this, an NFL head coach accepting responsibility for his own F up in 2026. Imagine that.
That is, yeah.
So
that'll never happen.
That's the one Kyle. The other Kyle is Kyle Kuzma, who for some reason now has become this like philosophical, like quote machine and has to comment on everything and, is a man of the people. Have you been seeing like some of his tweets lately?
Kyle Kuzma is not somebody that I follow. No.
Okay. No, I don't follow him either. It's just, it's been showing up more
Man,
and more.
I wonder what Kyle Kuzma's talking about right now. Let me go check.
So, but it's a lot of like the other day he was defending the Blazers. He's like some of the best fans in the league. I mean, he has been going.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I mean, he's been doing everything, like all sorts
but
of
basketball.
Yeah, it's like
but basketball.
He has been commenting on all sorts of social issues, whatever. But the most recent one, like enough to where I'm like, damn, dude, all right, Kuzma, like, all right, maybe he's
all right, man.
Okay, cool. Until just the other day.
And okay.
So what happened was basically the the mayor of New York, Mamdani.
Okay.
He was talking about how we need to, I believe, like it had to do with like gambling, sports gambling, and it essentially like made it more restrictive for prediction markets like Kalshi and Polymarket. I think he's trying to make those just basically illegal in New York, whatever the case. I don't care. Basically, he wants those prediction markets like gone.
Okay.
And Kyle Kuzma decided to make a comment on it, talking about all of this. And turns out the governor of New York was like, oh, and you are just so above board on this, right? Kyle Kuzma is a Kalshi endorser. So he was going off about how bad this is for, and trying to be like a man of the people in this situation, as he's been doing the last few weeks.
Don't they sponsor you?
And then, the governor of New York tweeted at him and was like, and you're above board on all this?
Hey, man, listen.
And then Kyle had to come out and be like, when I first, and then someone found an old tweet from like 10 months ago about him investing in Kalshi. So it's just like Kyle Kuzma, all the goodwill that he built up in like 2 weeks, like, damn, dude, all right. Nope, gone.
You're right, and Kyle's right. And this is what I'll say. If you are a political figure, listen, I would just keep it politics and everything, and I wouldn't start going at people about digging up dirt on stuff, because I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, Kyle Kuzma might have just a little more money than you do and can probably hire all type of investigators to find out a little dirt on you. I'm always really squeamish about political figures coming out on Twitter or Instagram or whatever and saying something that might be damning to somebody else or trying to call someone else out. Like, that usually doesn't end well.
Okay. I got more context here for you. Apologies. But so New York is suing Kalshi over alleged illegal gambling operation. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Whatever. Do you, boo-boo. Kuzma responded to that tweet saying Kalshi offered New York a plan that would have brought in $10 billion over 5 years for public schools and healthcare. Hochul's response is to ban them to protect the casino lobby. Politicians losing the plot. Makes you wonder what really motivates these politicians. The governor's press offense responded, but your motivations are pure, right? And that's all they said. And then a tweet from not even 10 months, it was from May 29th. Kuzma tweeted, when I first invested in Kalshi, the idea of launching regulated perps felt ambitious, yet obtainable after meeting one of the engineers, like Lior. For those not deep into market structure and derivatives, this is a very big deal. After years of waiting, perpetual futures are coming on shore, only on Kalshi.
Man, his PR person drafted that. Kyle Kuzma did not say that.
That was on May 29th. He said that, and literally 2 months later, it comes back to bite him in the ass after he tried to do this whole conscious, awoken person of the people.
After you got your money,
let me tweet and clap back at people and show that how knowledgeable I am about the real world here. And immediately,
that's the danger of putting stuff out there in this day of social media. Like, people can find out. No receipt. What's the term? Receipts.
Yeah.
People keep them, and so you got to be mindful of what you're saying, what you're typing out here. Seriously, that's the way that works.
I love internet comments. I understand that they can also be the worst thing on the internet, but people are just clever. People are funny.
People are super clever.
They crack me the hell up. And so one of the comments on this story was like, getting clapped back by a governor is low-key hilarious.
It is. It is.
Like, as an NBA player, if a governor of a state embarrasses you?
Of New York. It'd be different if it was like Poughkeepsie or something like that. But this is like the governor of New York. Like, ouch. Ouch. Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah,
who should feel kind of, honored that somebody's paying attention to me, because Kyle Kuzma's been asked. Yeah. He's been asked for a long time. So, yeah.
And another comment, R.I.P. pseudo-intellectuous Kyle Kuzma, 2026 to 2026.
Yeah, it didn't last long.
Not at all. All right, we're up against it. Let's wrap up the show next with some fun audio. Do that here, Sports Saturday, Fan Sports Network.
So, how's your research going?
All right, last segment here. Let's just get to this audio. Tonight, the Portland Timbers play the Seattle Sounders. They played a couple weeks ago in Seattle, and the Timbers just 5-1.
Boots to asses.
Smack that ass. So I believe it was either against FC Dallas, one of the games a week or so ago. They set up a microphone outside of the stadium, the Portland Timbers, and it said on a piece of paper, leave a message for Seattle fans for tonight's game, for when they are coming to Portland, right? And what they did with this video is they only took the parts from children. So what you're about to hear is literally all just children and what they have to say to the Seattle Sounders.
Seattle sucks.
Seattle sucks.
Get the fish. Build a bonfire, put Seattle on the top, put Vancouver in the middle, and we'll burn the f***ing lot.
Bye-bye, Seattle, you're going down. Watch out on August 1st, 5-1 repeat.
You suck, we're gonna beat your
Seattle sucks.
We're gonna gut the fish.
Seattle sucks.
Last game 5-1, and we weren't even at home. This time we're at home. What do you think the score will be this time?
Gut the fish.
5-1.
What's up, Seattle? You're going down, Sounders.
Hey, Seattle, we're gonna destroy you. Seattle, you are trash. You suck.
Y'all suck. 5-1.
Seattle.
Seattle, You came to get your cooked.
There's the fish. Got the fish. Got the fish.
Got the fish. And Seattle still sucks.
Number one, where do they find all these badass kids at? They were all at the game?
Dude.
We're making our own soccer hooligans.
That is one of the best things I've seen come out of this city.
Throw them on the effing lot.
That is World Cup all day.
I would, if my son, he's like, hey, can I go something, like, go ahead and cuss. I don't care. Go for it. I'm giving you a free pass on this one,
Yeah,
bud.
like, but don't do it tomorrow. But this is okay.
It's really funny when kids cuss, so like go to a concert and kid was like, go to Chris Brown. And so, turn, look, hey, this song has cuss in it. Can I cuss? Go for it, bro.
Go for
it.
it.
You got it.
You get a hall pass
do
today.
your thing. But no, that's awesome.
The kids are all right.
The kids are all right, and it's one of those things. Like when you grow up around it as a kid, you end up just loving the sport. So we're gonna have a whole moving forward. Portland's gonna be rich with soccer.
Dude, 2015 is when I started watching soccer more. Timbers, the English Premier League, all that stuff. It started to increase more and more over the years because of my son and how much he loves soccer. The World Cup poured gasoline on it. And after the World Cup, my son and I, it's just like, dude, soccer is now fully ingrained in my life.
Football is life.
Where I can't escape it at this point. And where it's just like, dude, if someone offers me tickets for the Sounders Timbers game, you bet your ass I'll be there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I hope to see you all there at the at Providence Park tonight. It's going to be an awesome environment. It's going to be so much fun.
I will be watching Music Soul Child at
That's right.
Yeah, at Unthanked Park. So totally free. So come out and kick it.
Come kick it out there. Come kick it wherever. Come kick it in Portland today because Portland is awesome and Seattle sucks.
Yes, it is. 5-1.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you as always.
Yeah, love you guys. Love you all.
Rashad, appreciate you as always.
Water time, my Damien.
I will be out next weekend. I am efforting to not miss the weekend after. In fact, try and take some on-location remote broadcast equipment with me so I don't miss 2 weeks in a row.
Well, on the 14th, I still got to get it cleared, but that's my wife's birthday, so I doubt I'll be here.
Show me how to do the board. I got it, fellas.
All right, for Jordan Schultz, Rashad Taylor, I'm Joe Fisher. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. We will catch you next week at 9 a.m. Peace.
How was your break? It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.